So you're a nonprofit short on funds and you want to explore security grants as a possible way to free up some of your existing budget. If you haven't already heard about the millions of dollars the federal government is giving to nonprofits to improve their security system and their security practices, by the end of this video, you will have all of the information you need to take full advantage of this amazing opportunity. And you will have the 5 most important next steps on how to get started. I've been working with security grants for well over a decade, and this year it's a little bit different. The window is much smaller for the actual application, and now they're asking for different information on your organization, different identifying numbers, and I suspect the competition is going to be fierce this year. This channel is dedicated to keeping communities safer. So before we dive into these 5 next steps, please click the like and subscribe button so we can reach more organizations in the algorithm and keep more people safer and help them with their funding needs. So what are these 5 next steps that everyone can use to prepare themselves for this upcoming grant season? Step number 1, make sure you get a quality security and vulnerability assessment. There are plenty of professionals out there with a lot of credentials, but sometimes when we see our clients after they've lost an award and we take a look at the assessment, it's a great assessment and it's very detailed and organized, but it has a lot of information that doesn't necessarily pertain to this specific grant. So while there are some great security professionals out there, make sure you work with one that is really familiar with this specific grant and get an assessment that focuses on those key points that the grant awarders or grant reviewers are looking for in the assessment and in the application itself. Step number 2, make sure you have what's known as your UEI number. Previously, in other applications, they would ask for a DUNS number, which most organizations have and they're familiar with. However, this year, they've switched from the DUNS number to the UEI, or the Unique Entity Identifier. And you can get your UEI if you haven't gotten it already. If you already have a DUNS number, you've already been provided with a UEI, you just have to find it. Otherwise, if you don't have one, you will need to reach out to sam.gov to try and get your UEI before the application deadline. I suggest you get started on it right now. Step number 3, sign up for early alerts on the application window. Most states will have representatives from both DHS and FEMA that you can email, which will send you regular alerts and instructions on the grant itself, but will also give you an immediate alert once the grant window opens. A lot of us are waiting for some intel as to when it's going to open and how long it will be open for. There's a lot of speculation out there, so I don't want to say what my opinion is, but getting that early notification and having all of your documents prepared and ready to go is the best way to make sure that your grant application is going to go smoothly. Step number 4 is to take a look at the old IJ, or investment adjustment. Take a look at some of the questions that they've asked or required as far as information goes for the application itself, and make sure that everything in your assessment answers the old IJ questions. The new IJ, while nobody really knows exactly what it's going to look like at the moment, should somewhat follow the pattern of questioning or required documentation as the old IJ. So if you have an old IJ, you can locate one online. You take a look at your assessment and compare it to the questions that the old IJ is asking. As long as all of the information in your existing assessment answers the question in the old IJ, you should be good. But just be prepared in case you need to scramble and find some information that the new IJ is asking for that the old one did not. And most importantly, I cannot stress this enough, prepare your team to scramble once that window opens. If you have a lot of projects on your plate that you need to hand off to other team members so that you can focus on the application, or if you have people helping you with the application, if you have a consultant or a grant management administrator, make sure that they are able to clear their calendar to focus on the application. Again, the window is going to be small, so you can't take weeks to do this, but make sure they have the ability to push off some projects to other team members so that they can focus and get the application done in a timely manner. And if you need help on the application, on the assessment, or you need some backup from team members, we're here to help. Reach out. We've done this plenty of times, and we can definitely provide support. Relax. You've got this. We're here to help. See you in the next video.